Ma. 1, 2, 1. Just checking this out. Scenes being turned, new scenes. All right, tell a friend we're live. All right, big up everyone. Welcome to the Betterment Broadcast. I'm your host, Brother Raven. Let me find our fantastic PDF that we use every week to help work with the community. Where are you? Google share. Yep, I understand that. Let's try that one. Da-da. Oh, look at that. The Black Bear Broadcast 234th episode. This is a broadcast for the Black community. It's for us to come together to discuss things, find solutions, and promote the lifestyle of Black women. That's what we do here. And it's quite straightforward. It's not too explosive and stuff, but it's for community. All right, don't forget to follow the Black Bearman Building Instagram page. And we start as we always start. We talk about the triple tragedies, which is white supremacy, anti-black racism, and the Martha. Two huge things. Oh, they're very big. But because of those two big things, they create what we call a double dilemma, and that is we are despised and we are disorganized. When we look at the videos, they pretty much unpack all that. But this double dilemma is consistently going, and because of it, we need a single solution, and the single solution is Black Bearman. Very simple. We promote the lifestyle of Black Bearman on this broadcast. It's accountability lifestyle, where Black people take accountability to fix Black issues, and it comes in the form of a lifestyle. Oh yeah, that's what it is. So there you go. Okay, easy peasy. We also promote the values, which is discipline, dedication, dignity, and discernment. These 4 values allows us to communicate to try to minimize anxiety. When you talk to the Black community, because of the years of trauma, certain things might easily trigger people off. So we try to have a code of conduct as well as the 4D values, try to be understanding that certain things really sets Black people off. And regardless of how seasoned the person is speaking or how many years they've been in the work of Black Bearman, you'd be surprised of how quickly someone can be triggered by some kind of trauma. So we recommend, if you can, try to have dignity, discipline, discernment, and dedication. Oh yeah. Also, if we can use descriptive languages and not derogatory languages, that makes helping the community just that teensy piece more easier. All right, so we've got 2 topics. Well, it's actually I actually wanted to do another one, so I might before, but I completely forgot about it. But I still got the video, so I might do it for free. It's very interesting. So it's teaching children not to harm others. We discussed the importance of teaching your children not to harm others in reckless behaviors. This is it's something that you really want to take hold of your children, because they can do irreversible damages, and you want to make sure that they have some kind of grounding to not to do that. So we unpack an incident that went right. Big up, Brother Dominic. Very important contributor. Keeping family business private. We discussed the importance of teaching family members the importance of keeping family business private. Very important. We are in the age of the internet now, and these wasn't really before MySpace. Is it MySpace? I think MySpace and Twitter, Instagram. Some of these are relatively new to us. Facebook, like you look at. I think even YouTube was 2006, and they only really kicked off until 2008 or so, 9, I don't know, whatever. So, the internet and these social media are very new, but what it does is people can really just go online and talk. So you go, couldn't do it before. Doesn't mean because you can't do it now it's best to. If you've got family issues, try to communicate with your family, but we'll unpack where that comes from. And what was meant to be the topic that I completely forgot, forgive me, was white girls pretending to be Black. This comes from a video game incident. So I might tackle that one first. It's probably the more interesting one, who knows? Just because I've got the videos there. Yeah. Or maybe I might tackle it last, who knows? Because the others are quite small, We'll see. See what goes with the flow. So we're going to start as we always start, and let's look at some random videos. Don't forget to tell a friend we're live. This is your show, so wherever you want us to go, we will go there. But we'll see if we can find some random videos that we can talk on. Hopefully, there's some a bit devastating. I don't want to be too devastating. Not that one. What's this one? Nah, I mean, some of these are a bit too me see. Oh, this was nice. Let's have a sneak peek when I get this. Oh, yeah.
Burkina Faso says the descendants of the
He's very soulfully speaking, soft people, soft tone people. I was
transatlantic slave trade can come to Burkina Faso and get citizenship. That's it. That's what you need to do to get citizenship there. That's the process. You go there and you apply for citizenship. It's that simple. Don't let any organization tell you that you gotta pay their fucking fees, you gotta sign up, be a member, do whatever. Burkina Faso doesn't want you to sign up. They don't care if you sign up for some fucking American.org.
Here's the brother's language.
You go there and get citizenship. I'd like to plan a trip to Burkina Faso. So if anybody would like to go, but they just don't want to go alone, reach out to me. If you're an organizer, if you're someone who could help me make this happen and make it even bigger, I would love your help.
So I need to check that out. But apparently, Burkina Faso, allowing people, descendants from Africa to go and become citizens. That's going on. There's a lot of change going on in Africa at the moment, especially around that kind of the old French-speaking regions. And the brother there in Burkina Faso, I think I even downloaded the video. I don't know if I got it, but it was the last thing I saw him do. Like, I think farming and also so a lot of things were coming from there. Some building hospitals, I think it was. I think he built 18 recently, something like that. I have to check out. But yeah, that brother, he did what he's doing. So let's see what other videos that before we jump to a topic. That might be the only one. Let's see if there's anything else that might tickle our fancy. Oh yeah, so this is about Ukraine, because Ukraine's in the as you know, that Trump and them guys they're arguing with Ukraine. And last week we were talking about always having a black bear standpoint. Like, you want goodness to happen in the world, you want innocents not to be killed, but you must always remember that collectively black people have no friends. So you gotta really be careful how quickly you jump into other affairs. Let others do their affairs first, while we try to offer some advice on the sidelines. But this is just showing you that I think there's a Ukrainian boxer, and there seems to be a culture of not liking black people in Ukraine, and regardless of what's going on, it seems to come across. I think this was a boxing match or something.
This guy came to America to give me bananas and watermelon with a note on it. It's unprofessional, and I feel like it's racist, and you just made this fight a little more personal.
Take that a step further, Keyshawn, just so everybody at home understands what you're talking about.
Y'all heard what I said. This man brought a box of bananas and a watermelon. He brought a box of bananas and a watermelon to America to get to my room, to bring to my room, and I took it as racist. So I got something for you.
He's saying there was a delivery to
that bare knuckle stuff. I don't care about none of that. I come from what I come from. I've been doing this bare knuckle shit outside the ring. So
I think maybe some kind of bare knuckle boxing kind of thing. But I think some Ukrainian bare knuckle boxer who was sending bananas and thing. Obviously, when these kind of contact sports, they try to get under each other's skin. But I think it's might not be good.
All that shit you talk about, I don't care. I'm gonna fuck you up.
Forgive the language. Obviously, we try to keep it clean there. So we'll let it go. But obviously, yeah, he's not best pleased with that. Did he leave? I don't know. I don't know. Spoil the ending. Let's see. I don't even know. Let's check over.
My brother.
Look, and hit him downstairs to the body.
It's not bare knuckle boxing. That's actual boxing. I hope we don't play the music that might get jumped. We don't have next time. Looks like he lost. Yeah, looks like it's practicing race and we got beat up. Never good. Yeah. So I mean, the black bear perspective of that is it's like there is many countries they go through war and they're going through terrible times, but like we were saying, unfortunately, with some of these countries, even though they're going through war, we did do case studies of like Ukrainians and Russians going to Sri Lanka and having parties just for white-skinned people, and no Sri Lankans were involved. Coming to England to escape the war and not wanting to be living next to Asians or black people, and then. We had the one of where, there was a hierarchy. So it was Ukrainians, other white people, animals, Indians, then black people. So they had a hierarchy of who could escape the war first. So it's just, this is the thing. Like, when we say that collectively black people have no friends, you have to understand that people will, like, stop the press just to mistreat black people. The world could be ending. Like, sometimes there's people like talks about, I remember there was one they're around about a zombie apocalypse where everyone's dying, and the writer thought that even in that time, that he's going to have racist characters that mistreat black people. So even when the world is ending and zombies are eating everyone, there are still white people, according to fiction, non-fiction. No, it's fiction. So in a fantasy world, where that they maintain anti-black racism. So yeah, just black bear perspective. Yeah. Let's see if there's anything else. We might jump onto the actual topic at hand now. Let's see if I can. Angie Stone passed away as well, which is sad. And this, a wonderful singer. I think she was complaining about some copyright thing, and people connecting dots, saying there's a lot of black people who, who the record company had their rights, and when they tried to get it back, they died. I think she was in a car crash. She was the only one who actually died. So it's just a shame. Very skillful singer. She'll be dearly missed, and I hope the family get, anything that she puts out. So let's see where should we start? We'll start with the dangerous thing. So let's look up this news. So let's open this one. Stop.
A teenager.
Yeah, so this is the teaching children not to harm others. We discussed the importance of teaching your children not to harm others in a Rex behaviour. Let's have a sneak peek at this.
Throwing a heavy seat.
This is in Westfield. This is based in East London. It's like a very big kind of complex of shops and this kind of stuff. And it's 3 floors. It looks like one of these kids. I might read out the thing as well. Let me open the other one.
From a balcony in Westfield Stratford shopping centre, narrowly missing Shopford is being investigated by the Met Police. The video has been widely shared online, showing the boy and 2 others, including one filming, running through the shopping centre afterwards. The Met said there were no reports of injuries after the incident on Monday.
That's the I hope the news doesn't mess up the team. Let's also find the live recording. This is very shocking stuff, by the way. This is very shocking stuff. Not that one. What's this one? What's this one? This is the actual footage.
This is the moment a heavy seat was thrown over a barrier from the first floor of Westfield Shopping Centre in Stratford. A teenage boy can be seen throwing the weighty item, which narrowly misses a number of people on the ground floor. He then runs away. The Snapchat video has been shared widely online, and the Met Police say they're
very terrible behaviour, apparently. This is very dangerous stuff. Not cool at all. Wait, where's this thing gone? Accept. Yeah, that wasn't cool. So let me read the other report. Present. Share. Stop screen share. Present. Share. And then see if we can find Firefox. All right. So this was in Westfield. It says police arrest 2 boys aged 14 and 16 after a huge seat thrown from the 3rd floor of Westfield Shopping Centre landed inches away from walkers below. Walking below. People walking below. Yeah, this is very dangerous stuff. Yeah, you want this is, I don't know, obviously kids get bored and they mess around, but these things, it's irreversible damage they can do. I don't know what they're going to be charged for. So let's read. Police arrested 2 teenage boys after a huge seat was thrown from a 3rd floor of Westfield Shopping Centre, landing just inches away from shoppers. In the footage posted on social media on Saturday, a man wearing a grey hoodie can be seen inside Westfield, Stratford, London. I mean, I don't know if you should call him a man. It was still a boy, but either way. London, hurling a blue puffle from the top floor down to the bottom before a cowardly ran away. This must be Daily Mail. Yeah, the way they're writing must be Daily Mail. The person filming pans down to the ground floor where the chair was landed just inches away from the innocent members of public, with caption reading, "No way, bro, almost killed someone." That's the thing. They're doing these things, and the kids, it's all a joke. They all ran away, kicking and cackling and stuff. Not cool. Funny enough, this video here shows there's also this guy here, this European guy, whatever. He killed his wife with a crossbow. He killed from a crossbow. She left him, her sister, and the mother. It's another very tragic story. I do wonder how they're going to cover it. It's very bad. There was no riots and stuff, but yeah, there's a lot of these horrible things that doesn't really get as much television as maybe it should do. But maybe it is. I may have missed it. But anyway, back to the thing. Now it's been revealed that the 14-year-old boy and the 16-year-old boy have been arrested on suspicion of criminal damage and remain in custody. So they've been arrested. The spokesperson for New MPS said, "This is a serious incident, and we would encourage anyone who have any further information to contact the police." That's another thing. I mean, these guys are making videos, they're laughing, they're sharing it on their thing. It's inevitable, and I don't know if they understand the severity of the dangers of throwing things from high places, heavy things from high places in populated areas. Mad. I don't know what they're doing. As boys initially struggles to pick up the chair because it did look quite big. And the footage, the cameraman can be heard saying, "There's no way this guy's going to do it." Oh my God. Yeah, When he finally musters up the strength and throws it over the glass panel, he flees past multiple floors before landing. With a loud thud. Did I say the flies? Sorry. Yeah, he narrowly missed one obvious shot. Yeah, we did see it miss one of the guys above, which is thank God for that. I mean, it's not about walking, just shopping and then you die, and that's literally what can happen in these things that these kids are doing. And there's a picture of the Cassie's hands. He's clearly man-made. I mean, maybe he's from Sri Lanka, but I don't think so. Huge footage posted on social media Saturday. The man wearing grey hoodie. Can we see hurling? Yep, at the top of the floor. No way. Yeah, this kind of stuff. Yeah, this is 3 floors, and they're very close to people. I don't know what they were thinking. Jokers, absolute jokers. It's not good. But obviously, the moral of the story here really is the parents, though. It's like, you want to be very close to your children. I mean, it'd be interesting to know how his parents, and there's 2 of them, how their parents react to this, and people might want them to be charged as adults and all sorts, and I can understand it. It's I mean, once again, it's you don't want to think about this stuff, but there could be children there, couldn't it? There could be like Westfield, they hire out little cars, don't they? And the kids, they drive in the cars at the bottom floor, and the kids with their mothers in the prams. Well, that complete joke, really. I can't really support that in any way. For those joining, I'm talking about in Westfield on the 1st of March, not too long ago. 2 teenage boys, 14 and 16, video shooting themselves throwing a couch. I think it's a poo throw.
And inquiries continue.
No, let's play that again.
There's no way this guy's doing. Oh no!
This is the moment a heavy seat was thrown over a barrier from the 1st floor of Westfield Shopping Centre in Stratford. A teenage boy can be seen throwing the weighty item, which narrowly misses a number of people on the ground floor.
It's normally very packed as well. I think it was later. It's maybe 10 o'clock. Don't know what they're doing there. But yeah, it's kind of very dangerous. You want to talk to your children. I mean, I used to do a lot of work with parents who lost their children, unfortunately, in stabbings and stuff like that. And I remember talking to some of the fathers, and a lot of them, they never got past it, and they were still in a quite revengeful mode. What they would do if they ever caught the people and stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like, you want to be raising your children to the point where they're not just almost like zombified amongst the public, doing things that can really cause major damages and irreversible, life-threatening injuries. Very terrible, very terrible. So yeah, I can't lie, these your generation are finished and so lost their absolutely anything for content abuse. And that's another thing. A lot of these guys, they're very addicted to. We did cover that young boy, Mazia. I forgot his name, but a young gentleman kid. And he would do a whole lot of stunts to get on TikTok or one of these kind of social things. And I think one of them was he walk inside someone's house and take something, or did he? My memory's not as good as it once was, but he was, he got a bit of attention back then. He being clickbait kind of addiction, really. And we are in a time now where people, they crave clicks and stuff, and this is how they get the validation. And I guess a lot of people don't necessarily feel they have any kind of skills to really do something and get a kind of following. So, it's the most extreme thing people can do, harming people, stealing things, and they're just saying throwing couches 3 floors down in populated shopping centres. Not good at all. It's not good at all. And yeah, it's something that you kind of want to talk to your children before they do something that you can't reverse. I've been to many the work I've done, I've been to many court cases and stuff, and you do see the parents are there, and and I've spoke to some, and they generally seem sorry at some of the damage their kids have done. You want to get to them young. You want to get to them young before you can't control them, and they're just doing extremely irreversible. And obviously, it wasn't too long ago. And obviously, this is probably more of a mental case issue anyway. But they still shouldn't have picked up on that. The young person who from Rwanda who was living there, and he went on a killing spree, and and then we look at the pictures of this guy, and he looks almost completely possessed by something. And yeah, it's like when your kids are looking that way and they're researching certain things, that's when you want to step in and really get help, because, like I said, they can do that once they're old enough to harm others. They can, so you want to be very aware of that, very aware. So there you go. So that's we might come back to that. It's a very important topic. So that was one topic. What's the other one? This might be a quick show, fam. Might be a 1 hour show, unless you guys jump in. Got a few things to do, but we've got to do what we're going to do. What's the second one? Oh, this one is similar-ish. Keeping family business private. We discussed the importance of teaching family members the importance of we discussed the importance of teaching family members the importance. Two importance in there. It's very interesting. Of keeping family business private. All right. So this comes from your browser can't access your screen. Really? Your browser can't access your screen. Try capturing a different screen. What do you mean? Get out of it. Of course it can. Let's try that again. Share screen. Let's try one more time. What are you talking about? Is it too big or something? Yeah. Hold on. Remove that. Why can it not capture my? Oh, no, it can. Some new function. There's some beta new stuff. There's called Scene Set. I don't know what that is. I don't know. That's not messing up the old way of doing things. Cool. Right. Where are we? Teaching children. No, keeping family business private. Yeah. So this comes from this brother Umar. He's a brother who quite polarizing figure who's he's still doing a kind of school thing, and someone who claims to be his daughter is accusing him of not being a good father. That's the thing. You want to be a good father anyway. You want to be a good mother. You want to be a good family. But we have a time now where people can just literally make videos, and whether it's right or wrong, the truth or not truth, you kind of want to have a speak to your family about trying to keep certain things private, because it always has a knock-on effect. So let's see if I have that video. We don't like watching this kind of stuff, but we are doing the case study. So let's see this.
Hey.
Let's have a sneak peek at this.
Announcement. I just want to start this video off by saying I'm not trying to get clout. I literally just want to have a conversation with my father. My biological father is Dr. Umar. He has another daughter. I tried to contact him about, getting to know my sister on my dad's side. I asked him if he knows her or if he has her number. He ignored me and never responded. I'm 22 years old now. My dad has never been to anything important, no graduation, no birthday parties, nothing. He has not been in my life. Again, I'm not making this video to bash him. I'm making this video to state facts, okay? You can't get on Instagram and get on social media and portray to be an activist and talk about how black kings need to be with black women, but you're not even in your black woman's daughter's life. It doesn't make sense. You're being a hypocrite, and it's frustrating because I reached out to you. I shouldn't have had to do that. I'm your daughter, but I'm smart enough and logical enough to know that you would never reach out to me because you don't have my phone number, and I'm pretty sure you wouldn't try to reach out to me because for what? I don't want anything out of you. I want nothing but a conversation. Forget the relationship. I really don't care too much about that at this point. I just wanted a conversation out of you, and you shut me down. You ignored me. You should never be too busy for your daughter ever in life. So I just wanted to make this video to just try to, I guess, somehow find my sister on my dad's side. So if you see this, please reach out to me. Please DM me because I want to know who you are. Why do I have siblings out there that I don't know about? It's unfair, and deadbeat fathers is very common nowadays, especially in the black community. right? We all know Dr. Umar reps the black community or whatever, but you can't rep that if you're not even in your daughter's life. You moving backwards. You're moving backwards. It's just
So we're looking at allegedly, I think it is Dr. Umar's daughter. Now the question saying is keeping family business private. We discussed the importance of teaching family members the importance of keeping family business private. Um, yeah, whether the statements are true or not, I think more is so, especially when you become a public speaker, you want to be able to have that conversation. I don't get me wrong, if family members can't contact you, I understand one thing, but going public always makes things tremendously worse.
this is not making sense. To the public, you look like this person, but in private, you a whole nother person. And I'm not bashing you. I just don't understand why you're ignoring me. I'm 22 years old and you have yet to be in my life. No graduations, no parties. When I get married, are you going to be at the wedding? Are you going to walk me down the aisle? Y'all, I have a stepdad who has been in my life since a little girl. He has been in my life. And I thank God for him because my biological father couldn't even do that, y'all. My biological father is not even on my birth certificate because when my mom had me, he left. And I do have a DNA test. So yes, I can prove that that's my father. I would never get on here and lie to y'all. That's kind of sick and delusional and crazy. But I'm just making this video because I want to find my sister. And when I reached out to him about giving me her number or if he even had it, I was ignored. So now I guess I have to take matters into my own hands. So if you see this video, sister, please reach out to me because if he's not going to allow us to be in contact, I'll do it myself. I just want to end this video off by saying that daughters who have deadbeat fathers should not have to go through this. This is very present in the black community. And as an activist, I would not think that you would be a deadbeat because you rep the black community so much. It doesn't make any sense. You cannot be a hypocrite. You can't say do A, but you're doing B. It doesn't make any sense. So y'all already heard my mission for this video. Y'all already heard why I'm making this video. So if she can reach out to me, I would love that. I would love to have a conversation with you because you are my sister on my father's side that I have never met. I don't even know your name. I don't even know how old you are. I have a sister on my mom's side and I'm the oldest. I'm pretty sure that my sister that's on my dad's side, I'm probably older than her. I'm supposed to be guiding her. I'm supposed to be teaching her things because you as the father, you're not doing that. So let me do that as an older sister. But that's the end of this video. As I stated in the beginning of this video, I'm not trying to bash this man. I'm stating facts. Facts. And in the next clip, I will show y'all the screenshot of me trying to reach out to him and he ignored me after I asked him if he had my sister's phone number. So here you go.
Okay, so yeah, so we're talking about keeping families private. We strongly recommend if you've got family, especially if you're a public speaker. Now, I'm not saying that whether the claims are true or not true, or if someone's good or bad. It's more so you want to try to keep family things private, but you want to make sure that your family is good, of course. But also, if you have any complaints, you want to keep it more within rather than going on social media. Because you guys can really resolve it in 4 seconds, but because it's on social media, people will keep using it, and it lingers more like a kind of era, like, oh yeah, this is the era where the families were speaking, whatever. So it's something you should really. But once again, I don't know the stories of the truth of claims or not. I'm just saying that keeping things like that. Now, obviously, I think Brother Umar got big up to this brother in the good works he tries to do. I do think like sometimes he might need help with a PR.
More slander.
Like sometimes he does react to things, and sometimes it's just putting hands up and saying, this family, I'm going to sort it out. You don't need to respond, but he did respond, I think. So let's see what he says.
That we will see, brothers and sisters, and I'm built for it. The son of Ogun. I got my 2 spiritual machetes ready. If they want to send children to do their dirty work, send the children. If they want to send the children to do their dirty work, send the children. Send who you must. But if you don't know by now, if If you don't know by now who the chosen one of this generation is, you must be dumb, deaf, and blind.
Yeah, I think obviously, there's obviously charisma that follows a lot of public speakers and stuff, but I think, and people do what they're doing, but I would say, I don't think people need to play up to it. I think, it might be just best to just say, look, these are family businesses, and I'm going to go talk to my family, and, don't worry about whatever. I don't think you need to really play up. Yeah, and the question is, why is he not with the mother? Yeah, I mean, we do try to promote strong families and stuff, and people have their private lives, and things doesn't always work out for whatever reason. I don't know if it's connected to the fact that the two families don't speak. I don't know, but yeah, it is very challenging being a public speaker, and I would say you want to try your very best to keep your private life private. But once again, you've got family, ex-wives, children who you don't speak to, or you do, or you don't. That's where they might feel more obliged to go live. I do a lot of community work, and some of the things you try to keep people from really going public with certain things. You want to make sure that you resolve it in the community, but sometimes people just don't. They're very insta ready to just talk because it's easy to just press record and play.
If you don't know who the ancestors sent in this generation, I can't speak to the previous generation, and I can't speak to the next generation. But in this generation, I think we all know who the chosen one is, brothers and sisters. But like I said, the best thing you can do, or the worst thing you can do, is mind my business, because I'm going to block your ass. And you're going to be in the book of Negroes. Okay? Trying to build your struggle streamer career off of my back, coming up out of nowhere, acting like you've been looking for me. Get my...
No, I don't know the dynamics between what's going on. If the woman, the young child is a lady, he's, I don't know. But once again, the PR training is very important, and how you speak about people, whether they are or not your family, is key. And I think one of the challenges I see with the black community, especially with public speaking, is a lot of people they don't have thick skin. They got, they take things very personally. They react in a more personal way. And I think the training to be more stoic and to to step back and to let others speak on your behalf and not or just not say anything will go a long way from what I see.
Mama Smurf. When can the three of us have a sit down? I'm ready for this. I'm ready for... When can Mama Smurf, Papa Smurf, and Baby Smurf have a sit down? Oh, I'm ready for this. And I will have my white man paperwork. I will have my white man paperwork. When can we do the sit down? When can we do the sit down? Been paying child support since you damn near came out the womb. Deadbeat who? When can we have a sit down? Child support started, you wasn't even out your mama yet, and she took me to child support. Deadbeat who? Deadbeat who? Child custody file this thick. What are we talking about? Where is Mama Smurf? Where is Mama Smurf? Can we please have a sit down? Brothers and sisters, you can fool some of the people all the time, and you can fool all the people some of the time. You can fool some of the people all the time, and you can fool all the people some of the time. You can fool all the people some of the time, and you can fool some of the people all the time. But you can't fool the Prince of Pan-Africanism any of the time. Calling me names? Using profanity? Really? Really? Disrespectful mouth? Because you want to build your career. Okay, no problem. Build your career, princess. I want you to be happy. I want you to do what you must do, but you're not going to lie on me. You're not going to lie on me. Lord have mercy. Social media. I told you to mind your business. When I say mind your business, I mean mind your business. Social media has turned our children into a bunch of narcissists. Social media has turned our children into a bunch of narcissists. We will do anything for attention. I'm not getting on nobody live, sister. Let me say this again. Y'all still don't understand.
Yeah, so keeping family business private. We discussed the importance of teaching family members the importance of keeping family business private, and that's the full spectrum, man. That's everyone involved and how to respond to stuff. It never works out good. So we were looking at Brother Umar there. He's building a school for children, I think young boys and maybe young children in America, and someone claiming to be his daughter saying he's a deadbeat father on TikTok and this kind of stuff. So yeah, you definitely will watch all that kind of stuff. You want to talk to you want to try to get in a situation where you are speaking forcefully to your children and the parents. I know obviously sometimes you can't help it. It really isn't that straightforward. Sometimes people have misunderstandings, disagreements, or past bitterness from other decisions, and then it becomes hard to speak. So I get it, but you definitely want to try to make sure that you teach them the importance of keeping family business private, because once you come out, it just becomes expected, and it never looks good in any case. There you go. So we will have a short. We will have a short one today. We cover teaching children not to harm others and keeping family business private. With the teaching children, we looked at some young boys have been arrested of 16 and 14 who were in Westfield throwing puffer chairs, whatever they call them, from the top floor to the bottom, almost narrowly missing people. Could have hit a kid, could have hit an old person, could have hit anyone. It could have done severe damage, and they wouldn't even see it coming. And people are going to want that to be reflected in the charge, that those potential dangers, that recklessness and stuff. So we looked at that. And we got one more topic that was going to be the main topic, but kind of just didn't. Well, I think I'm going to have videos to really do some kind of justice, and that is let me go back to the team. Present. Go there. You did. Before presenting the screen, remove other media streams. I've never done that before. It's never told me that before. Must be you. All right, cool. White girls pretend to be black. So, what's the context of that? I saw something. There's there's like gaming worlds where black women are making their own kind of like tournaments and leagues and stuff, playing video games with each other. And there was one white skinned looking person who wanted to join and said she was black, and then I think the woman who runs the show says that you're not black presenting, you're white presenting, so it might not be the best tournament for you because it's a black girl magic kind of black women playing together, Call of Duty, and winning. I think there's a competition or something. And I think I think when they talked to this lady, she wasn't best pleased. But we're going to unpack it just because certain things happen and there is a better perspective of it. Let's see if I can find it. What is that?
Because the fact.
Nah. Just trying to think I've got a small. There's her, and then what's this one? This is we get as much info as we can from this.
She is a Twitch gamer and she tried to apply for a gaming tournament held in the UK, but it was exclusively for black women. She wanted to enter to have a chance at winning the cash prize, and unfortunately she was denied. She was denied not because she didn't have the gaming skills, but unfortunately they said that she's not considered black. So of course, she was upset about it and she decided to share her experience on X. She posted a screenshot of a text message with a tweet that read, "I don't tweet as it is, but never did I think I'd have to ever make a tweet like this. Having to prove if I'm black enough and then being told I'm not black enough to play a tourney that is for black presenting women is insane. After sending family pictures, by the way. What's next? My birth certificate validating this, which states mixed white and black Caribbean. My whole life, I've experienced racism, but I've never experienced it from the black community, I'll tell you that. Being told I had it easy is effing disgusting, considering what I'm literally experiencing right now. Growing up as a mixed race individual was not easy, always feeling like we didn't fit in, and I think this today is proof of that. I'm going to show you the text message. Whoever was in charge of making the decisions about the tournament basically said the criteria is black woman. The reality is that she presents as white. This girl clearly has the privilege a lot of us don't. She don't have to think about her race as a potential disadvantage or source of discrimination. It's not fair, but our world is structured in a way that benefits people that look like her and not like me. So no, she is not allowed. Just for context, here is Becky again. And she posted, "This is my dad." So her dad is black and her mom is white. And they basically said, "Girl, you ain't black enough."
Her name is actually Becky. I think she picked that name for her screenwriter. They're not using a kind of comedy thing. So let's see one other. Let's see another black perspective. If there's any bad language, forgive me.
Call of Duty situation lets me know how limited a lot of people's understanding of race is and how exhausting it is to see the same conversations come up, because we need to unpack it. So let's fucking talk about it, because I was seeing this on the timeline and I was like, really? So this is Becky. She's a Twitch streamer and she entered in a Call of Duty tournament which was aimed specifically at black women, and upon entering she was questioned about her race, which, if we're being fair, it's understandable. It's not far-fetched to be like people asking, "Oh, you're black?" Now, if you also saw in that screenshot, she also said that people are brain dead, saying, "How do you present yourself as black?" And there is ways to present yourself as black, but there's also ways you're perceived as black. For example, if I go outside, I'm perceived as black without having to try. However, if you are of mixed descent and you can easily be white passing, you will not be socially treated as black. People also don't understand that race is beyond your genetics. The world will treat you differently according to your optics, and that's genuinely how it is. When people talk about race being a social construct, this is what they're talking about. And a lot of people are refusing to acknowledge that because then they feel like it lessens their kind of talk within the conversation. You are still valid of your own experience as a mixed person, but it doesn't cross over into the black experience, especially because we're in the UK. In the UK, we literally have mixed race category. Like, being mixed is its own thing. We don't really do one drop rule. So when we now start trying to apply American race context to the UK, why are you doing that? We never do that. In South Africa, they have their own parameters of race, which they contextually use. Why are we trying to apply one drop rule here? We don't do that here. So even if you were trying to argue that, it's disingenuous. Your experience of blackness will be very different depending on how the world views you. And I need a lot of mixed race people to understand this. Just because you feel like you're not white enough for the white side, not black enough for the black side, that does not just make you have the same experience as a darker skinned black.
So the things people are saying is much valid, but really I think this actual case, the case study I did, is I don't think nobody's going to go there, but it's actually even more, it's more different now. I'll let her speak and I'll present what I wanted to talk about when it comes to these kind of topics.
Black person, it's very different and it's very harmful to do that. And I think what makes this 10 times worse is when you look at all of her Twitter replies and Twitter retweets, she's really shown herself to be the white girl that a lot of the black people think she is.
That's the case study I was going to cover as well.
Let me show you the receipts. It's whatever, bro. That community is so fucking deluded. It's disheartening. The fact that you're able to say that's community because you can separate yourself from it is proving the point that people are making. How hard is that to see? And be able to say that community is so loaded, it's so nasty and so disrespectful. And it's just hilarious because you're literally proving the point. And this is why a lot of people then end up having internal conflict with mixed race people in black spaces. because your issues are inherently different than fully black people or people who are more, I guess, socially seen as black. Again, you're able to separate yourself. If I was in this position, do you think I'd be able to separate and be like, that community, I'm not a part of that community? So the same way you were able to pick up and say, yeah, I'm part of the black community for this tournament, and now you can put it down to be like, you lot's community, that is proving the point. I'm also going to read this one that she tweeted herself and reposted. It ain't about the tournament, boo. It's about light skins being told we don't fit in any type of criteria, the white or black, whilst my dad being 100% black and my mum being 100% white, as to why light-skinned mixed race people are mad right now, not being accepted within a community we're all meant to be a part of. Mixed race communities. Like, you all can relate to one another. That is your community. I don't know why this is so confusing. I don't get why it's so hard, because if you inherently have different issues and have different things to talk about, come together. Like, what's not clicking? Her reposts, her replies are such a mess, and it's inherently perpetuating anti-blackness and a lot of kind of internal misogyny too. And misogynoir, let's be real. It's literally, the jokes write themselves. That's all I can say, is the jokes write themselves. I have a lot of close people to me who are biracial, and they are very clear to acknowledge that their existence and their experience as a biracial person, as a mixed person, is very different to what I experience and what other people experience. And that's fine. But if they were told, oh yeah, we prefer this to kind of be more of like a black space, yeah, it might feel a little bit like, oh, especially if you're someone who, you know, is a lot more tapped in with your black side, I can understand that. But from the optics I've seen, Miss Becky, you haven't really picked up on that blackness or kind of been loud and proud about your blackness until it was time to win cash for a Call of Duty. So you enjoy the white community because you look like a white babe with a tan. Do you know what I mean? I feel like if I went to Essex or just saw the Geordie girls when they're tanned up, they would beat you in a Fenty shade. They're going a little bit lower. So what's really going on?
Right, yeah. So I think so. I was because I ended up, you know, because I found the names of the tournament and all that kind of stuff, blah blah. And yeah, this one was a lot of the people, they've made good points about the difference between you know, people of mixed black heritage and black heritage. But I think that where I wanted to take it was this woman was just lying. I don't think she is of. I think her parents is of Indian descent, and I think, you know, she wanted to win money at a black girls thing, and so she tried to take it. And then obviously when it backfired, she started showing that living in the skin she lived, she had certain opportunities, and, you know, to use her physicality and her voice to, you know, I essentially tried to put the tournament in a disrepute and stuff, right, and make it harder for the women who try to run this tournament. And that's the thing, they started showing her grandparents and their lineage, and she's from India, not she's of Indian descent, not of black descent, of white and Indian descent. But obviously, she's white presenting or whatever it is. And yeah, and this is the issue. I think that's why it's very important that when these things happen, we don't just start go mad and start pointing fingers, and it's just like find that this actually might be a white person or a non-black person, or someone who's not in the community at all, just do what comes naturally. So yeah, I saw this, and the people made a few videos and all that about it. But I think the case study I was doing is like, just how many times have we seen this where I think there was that Rachel Dolezal scenario where there's a woman called Rachel Dolezal, and she managed to get prominent roles in black organizations by pretending to be black, but not having any African ancestry or African American ancestry at all. And yeah, and then she got book deals and, you know, TV time, and, you know, there's been generations of black people going on Jerry Springer begging to be white, and no one took them serious, and people, they're laughing stock, and they never made money from it. But when people who are not black want to, you know, be black or pull their feet or whatever, they can have much big says, and you know, and damages can be done quite fast. So yeah, that was a case study I did. I thought it was an interesting topic about that. To be honest, it was a good topic to see that there are black women playing games together and creating networks and leagues and tournaments, and that's right on. That's good stuff. Uh, and also, understanding that if someone says, "Look, this is for one group," and even though you might have a grandparent or parent, if you don't present as black or you don't identify as black, then there's a bit pointless us entering into competition, whatever. But then for them to then try to sabotage it, this is a problem, and this is something that we have to be aware of, and that's the case is being proven. So yeah, very Let's recap. So why is it's very. Hold on. Remove it. Why do I have to remove things for it to work? It's a bit weird. Why is it on screen? Oh, whatever. So, teaching children not to harm others. We discussed the importance of teaching your children not to harm others in reckless behaviors. And then keeping family business private. We discussed the importance of teaching family members the importance of keeping family business private. And then obviously white girls pretending to be black. We looked at a video game case study. I had a video, at one point, very she always does kind of dark skinned lady issues. I was going to play it, but I thought, Raven, you should play the video I sent you about white mums who have mixed race kids. Yeah, I didn't. I just download that. Big up, bro. Yeah. We will cover that. The thing is, I've actually come across some page. Obviously, the algorithms, because I left one comment now, constantly getting them. Oh man! But then it's basically about biracial awareness or something like that. And at first, I thought it was like biracial people going for some kind of pain. But as time goes by, it looks more like a eugenics kind of page, and I'm not too aware of the person who runs it. But the stuff that they're coming up with, it seems that everyone is displeased with it. But it's now come to like a eugenics page of like being mixed, you're better looking than if you're not. Always kind of like this is very interesting. And I think we discussed before where people who have one black parent, they're very there's a setting community of those brothers and sisters who have a lot of smoke for the black community, but absolutely no smoke for the European community. And when I see some of them pages, I'm like, well, the definitions and the uphold of the law was not done by black people. Black people just inherited something and tried their very best. But the Europeans are the ones who are actually set in place. So any issues you have with being identified as this, that, and the third, is to that community you really have to go and talk to, not the black community. So yeah, but you should play the video. So I maybe we might do a thing in it, bro. We might do a whole thing in it. We tried to do it with 1-2 brothers and sisters before, but they did cause anxiety tackling that topic. But it's a very important topic. Very important one. Family, now that is almost the hour. And I if you can hear, I'm very tired. I've been jogging all day, whatever. I've not stopped moving. And this is your show, so I will go on as long as I need to. If you got things you want to talk about, I do. But if not, we have done the hour, and I'm obligated to give the brothers and sisters a minimum of 1 hour waffle, and then allow an hour discussion if needed, or to give someone the opportunity to present something for half an hour or whatever. But if not, we have covered teaching children not to harm others. Very important one there. We saw a young man, 14 and 16, throwing very heavy chairs at top floor, third floor down in Westfield. This is based in Stratford, London, East London. And narrowly missing people. Could have really done some serious damage. Kids could have been there. Old people could have been there. Who knows? Who knows? That we'll try to follow up to find out how they charge, because how they charge is important. Because I think people want to feel safe and they want to make an example out of people. I don't know what they're thinking. Thank you for the business private. We looked at Brother Umar, a brother who takes his time to really do community work, but unfortunately, someone claimed to be his daughter has gone on TikTok complaining about his fatherhood, and the lack thereof, allegedly, for years. And that's something that we want the best men and mothers to be there, but we also want people to have those discussions off camera, which we're not seeing. So we did question that. We did say keeping family business private, and then obviously white girls pretend to be black. We looked at a case of a white presenting woman who claiming to be a black woman trying to enter a black woman video game. And when they said, "Sorry, you don't really present as a black woman, so it wouldn't be for you," she tried to, really sabotage and call black people racist. And I've never been so offended in my life and all that kind of stuff. And only to find out that this woman actually is of Indian descent, if any kind of, she's white presented definitely, but her parents' parent is allegedly from India, not from Africa or the Caribbean via Afro slave trade and that kind of thing. So yeah, that's what we did today. Don't forget, tell a friend. If you guys want to kind of think, you can. We would time. This is your show. This is your time. Very straightforward kind of format. And we're gonna change up a bit soon and have more people invited. It does take time for me to get things done, but one of the hopeful things is to get more people actively involved and have bigger topics and all that good stuff. But nevertheless, this is for you. But we're gonna end it there. I'm literally passing out of sleep. But don't forget to share the video. And all the videos should be up now. The ones that were banned from the past, I've snipped away some of the copyright stuff. So I hope you have a fantastic Black Bama weekend. For all Black Bama, to all Black Bama, and we'll check you next week. Let us know if you want us to cover any topic. We will do that. But if not, we'll just do whatever comes on the algorithm. So have a good one, family, and love each other. Oh yeah, have a good one. See ya.